Friends, I'm back with another machine on the Tryhackme, which is a Flatline. I've already spawned the machine earlier, which IP address is 10.10.117.13. As usual, I'd like to use the local kernel Linux, which is running inside the VMware to do this preparation. Before we go ahead, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. You're greatly appreciated. So without further ado, let's just get started. We can switch into the kernel Linux VM. As you can see, to save time of this video, I've already done the nmap scanning. And I used the usual options like scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan. And I used the uppercase P N to not to do the live testing for the target. And I used the option of the full range port scan. I output the result into this file. The IP address has been changed a bit. So from the nmap scanning, the comprehensive scanning, we can tell that the target has two open ports. The first one is 3389, and this is used by the remote or terminal service. And this service doesn't have any vulnerability. And the second one is 8021, which is running free switch event service. And also we can tell that the target is a Windows machine. So I think the option of the uppercase PN is very important. So I think from this point, we have already got the service information about the target. Next, we need to do the enumeration. First, we need to check whether there is any vulnerability for this service, right? By such a sprite utility. Free switch. As you can see, the two available exploits. And the first one is mid-sprite module. And the second one, we need to check it manually. As I mentioned in the other videos, if you can follow along my channel, if there is a vulnerability or exploit which has been implemented by the Metasploit framework, the Metasploit always should be the first choice to exploit for us, right? Because this is much easier than other one, all right? However, before we try to exploit with Metasploit, I like to do some manual enumeration with this HTTP service. I think this should be running over the HTTP. Maybe we can check it by browser. And we can copy the IP address of the target. And the port number is press enter to see whether the browser can open up this surface. Maybe also we can use the telnet or netcat to make a collection. We just wait for a bit of time. Let the browser to load this surface. Or maybe the browser is not a choice to enumerate or open this surface or access this surface. I like to turn off the browser. Next, maybe we can use the netcat and followed by the IP address of the target and follow, and then should specify the port number. Let's press enter. Here we got the content type, the author request. So next, what we are going to do next, maybe we need to launch the Metasploit to see whether the Metasploit can work for this vulnerability. And let's launch MSF console with the Q option or quiet mode. And then we can search the free switch. And I think the first one is the one shown by this pass, and we can use this module name and paste in here. Of course, we need to change payload because we have already know that the target is Windows, so we can set a payload. And which one? Maybe CMD. CMD is not suitable for the target, so maybe we can use the generic and shell reverse TCP, and then we can show options, set the local host to the Kali Linux. We can copy and paste in here, and port number, local port number to 555, and set the remote host to our target. We can copy and paste in here. I think we do not need to change port number, remote port number. So maybe we need to change the serve host to the Kali Linux. And then we can run to see whether we can get this exploit work. Sending payload, login success. However, no session was created. It means that the Metasploit cannot work for this target or this scenario. I'd like to quit from the Metasploit. Next, we can run the search exploit utility again. So we need to check this exploit. We can search exploit with option of M to copy this exploit to our working directory, and then we can get out this exploit. So I think this is the Python script, and of course there's some description like listens on port number by default and will accept and run commands sent to it after authenticating. All right, so maybe we can run the command remotely. However, we can copy this Python code, and we can name it to exploit Python, and then we can paste in here. And now we can run this Python exploit. However, missing arguments. We need to provide the target and the command. So the target, we can copy the IP address of a target, and the command I'd like to run is who am I. Authenticated. As you can see, we have already got I think this should be the username, right? We can make a copy and note it down to our notebook. Username. So from this one, we can tell, we can run command remotely on the target. So what we are going to do next is to get the reverse shell. And of course, because the target is Windows, and I think from my point of view, the reverse shell, to get the reverse shell is more complicated than Linux machine. So I think we need the help of somebody else, right? For example, this website, which will be added into the description section below. As a pen tester, we cannot remember all of different techniques, especially commands. However, we need to know where where to get such a resource, the very helpful resource like this one. So I'd like to, in this case, I'd like to use Lisa invoke PowerShell TCP, the PowerShell script. And for us, we just copy the command and we just follow the instruction by this website. We do not need to type in every command. No need. Connection refused. Interesting. Of course, I have already copied. I don't know the reason what caused this error. However, yeah, I have already downloaded this script earlier in case I failed to do during my video recording. And need some, and we can copy. Sorry, not this one. PowerShell, shells, right? Should be shells. Invoke PowerShell TCP. All right, and we can get out this PowerShell script. And we have already done the first step. Next, we need to set up the web server locally. So we can run Python with HTTP server module. And the next, yeah, we need to set up the listener, right? We can set up the listener by netcat. It's done. And then we can run. Remember that the IP address should be the local IP address. In this case, should be the Kani IP address. So far, we just copy the entire command and make some modifications, right? For example, here we can replace the IP address by the Kani Linux. And also this one. And the port number, I don't like this one. I'd like to change 5555. And also I use the default port number of Python http.server module. I think I have already prepared this reverse shell command. Okay, we can run, we can copy, and then we can run. Yeah, we need to copy the IP address of the target, and we can use double quotes to include the entire reverse shell command. Hopefully, there is no error. Press enter. Authenticated. It looks like it's working. Now we go back. The Python. Where is the Python? The IP address. I think it's correct. And yeah, I think now finally it's working. Yeah, we got the shell. Great. So now we can do some local immersion. As you can see, we got some privilege information settings. However, for me, I'd like to first of all, we can get the user flag if you want, right? We can go to the users, and then we can go to the necrotic, go to the desktop, and we can type the user flag, without error. Also here, we have already noticed there is another file, which is root flag. We can type root. However, permission denied. Okay, all right. So next we can upload the Powershell script to do the PowerScript to do the local enumeration automatically. We can go back to the root directory or root folder, and then we can set up or create the temp directory, and then we can go inside this directory. Next, we can, of course, I have already got the Powershell, the executable ready earlier to save time. You can download it from the GitHub repository. So how to upload this file or executable to the target? This is because the target is Windows. So the command is a bit complicated compared to the Linux machine. So again, I need to get the help from somewhere like this website. We can use the second method, new object. This one. We just copy the command and to do some modification. For example, here we can URL. Of course, we can know the URL. We can copy this IP address and port number, and followed by the file name, and put in here double quotes, and we want to save into the temp directory. And I need to remove this space, otherwise this command cannot be executed smoothly. And we can copy. I think it's correct. Now we can go back to here we can paste, and then we can run. It's done, and then we can run this executable. This one is part of the Powershell script. From the name, we can, of course, we know that what or which scenario this executable is used for. Let's run it. And it will take a bit long time. We need to be a bit more patient. As you can see so far, what we have already done is to follow the standard methodology in terms of the exploitation. Probably it will be better I pause the video now, and then when it's done, and come back. See you later. All right, it's done. After several minutes, as you can see, a lot of output has been generated by WinPeer's executable. And we can scroll up to see whether we can find something interesting. Search hidden files. Looking for common SAM. Emulating security package credentials. Of course, we can copy this hash and try to crack it. However, this will not work. Registration information. Nothing very special so far. Searching interesting files in other users' home directories. It says you are already an administrator. Check users' home folders manually. Interesting. Interesting point. So I think just now we have already run the who am I to display the privilege information because, yeah, wait a moment. As you can see, set impersonation privilege has been enabled. So I think we need to utilize this privilege to read or view the root flag. However, how to do? Yeah, I think we can use Google to make some search, and you can, yeah, we can get the commands which we can run. Which one? Yeah, this one. So not, I think not this one. Maybe we can run this open CMD and take on. Maybe we can try. Of course, I've already copied the command earlier. This one. So we try. We try to run the command to see whether we can retrieve the. First of all, we need to navigate to the directory where our root flag locates, right? It's located. Can we? No. Go to the Niclotic. Go to the desktop. And then we can run this command. I'm not sure. Yeah, success. Then we can read the root flag. Failed to process 0 files. Now, can we? Yeah, as you can see, we have already retrieved the root flag. So that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day.